talk. But this is the thing that I will cover. I want to cover, and this electric. So three, let's say three chapters, right? Yeah, these are the things that I want to cover today. Hope I hope that we are able to do that, right? Okay, so yeah, I will just give a quick glance what we have understood in the right in the electromagnetic wave part. So what we have done. These things because you guys already know that the first thing that we have understood in electromagnetic wave was this displacement current. So because in the capacitor between the capacitor there are no movement of charges. If no charges are moving, right? If there is no movement of charges, then what is carrying this current? Because the current is movement of or the flow of charge. If there is no flow of charge, then how can be there a current? But we see that between the plates there are some magnetic fields, right? Or we have some currents. And that was the experiment by Maxwell. And this was the Maxwell corrections, right? So he said that when we change as we change the magnetic field or magnetic flux, we get a current. Similarly, if we change the electric field, then also we'll get the electric current, and that is called the displacement current, right? So this thing you guys have learned. And one other thing that you have also learned is about the propagation of electromagnetic waves. So these magnetic fields and the electric fields, they are orthogonal to each other. They are perpendicular. So let's say magnetic field is in y direction, electric field is in x direction, right? So if you multiply E cross B, so that will give you the direction of the propagation. So always remember, whenever you want to calculate or find out the direction of propagation, so you can see it from here. If it is written kz minus omega t, or if it is omega t minus kz. So for both these cases, the propagation is around plus z direction. And if we have the function which is something like kz plus omega t, both the things are positive. So then the propagation is in the minus z direction. So one thing that you can find out, if you are given these forms, the oscillating forms, sinusoidal forms, then you can say that what is the propagation. But if you're not given, you are given the B vector, you are given the E vector. Then to find out the propagation, you have to find out what is E cross what is B direction. So this will give you the direction of the propagation, right? This thing you have learned in electromagnetic wave. And what is the other thing that you guys have learned? So that formula is very, very, very important, right? That relation is very important. So one thing is displacement current epsilon naught d phi e by dt, and then you have direction of propagation, which is E cross B. And then, yeah, so because these are sinusoidal waves, so these are the peak of the magnetic field, peak of the electric field, and they are related, right? So they are related by this relation. So in E naught by B naught, this will give you the speed of light. So this is the thing, and then what is the speed of the wave? So this would be given by this omega by k. So if you calculate omega by k, then this will give you the speed of the k wave, where k is wave number, which is 2 pi by lambda, and omega is the angular phase, right? Pi. So these things you guys already. So this is the speed of the wave. Okay, so this it is iftar time here. I'll be back in a moment, and then I'll talk about yeah. This is very, very important relation. So from this relation, we find out what is the refractive index. So you will always get the question of refractive index using this relation. I'll be back in a moment. Just in 5 minutes, I'll be back. And in the meanwhile, can I give you guys a question, right? So, okay, this thing you guys keep trying. So, from the electromagnetic waves, equations are very magnetic waves. This question and what are the things that you need to know? I will just right. So you have to find out mu r is given, right? Mu r is given and dielectric constant of the medium is equal to. Okay, so this thing you have to find out. Right, you have to find out what is and yeah, everything is right. So this is propagating in x direction and E naught is given and then yeah, omega is given. All the things are given. So okay, so then you guys have to find out, right? So you have to compare this with this thing, and then you have to find out. You have to use this relation. So this is the relation that you have to use, right? And just use this relation and then find out the answer. So I'll be back in a moment, right? Just solve this question. Please solve this, right? What is this thing mu r e r? That is equal to what is that? So n, right? So that is refractive index or C by V. This is relation. Use this relation and find out what is relative. Right, right. So I will be yeah. What is that? Just solve this thing and I'll be back. Yes. Okay. Yes. So I'm back. Yeah. So only one answer I've got, right? Only one answer I've got. Maria option A. What about rest of you guys? So this is the only thing that you have to apply, right? You have to find C. What is C that you already know? What is V? For V, you have to compare this thing, right? So E is 20 or E naught E minus kx. So omega is given, which is 2 into 10 to the power 10. And k is given, which is 200. So the velocity would be how much? Omega by k. So 2 into 10 to the power 10 divided by 2 into 10 to the power 2. So this is 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Now, what is this thing? So root mu r E r. This is the relative permittivity, which is the dielectric constant, right? So we know that E is E naught and K. So this is E by E naught, which is K, which is also called relative permittivity. So this is the dielectric constant. So mu R value is given 1. C we know that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 10 to the power 6. This value ER we need to find out. So root ER, this is 10 to the power 2. Okay, so why we are getting this much value? Oh, this is 8, right? 10 minus 6 is 8. So this is 8. So this is 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This is 10 to the power. So this one cancels. And we only have 3. So ER is 3 square, which is 9. This was the idea of this question, right? Why didn't you guys, the rest of you guys, why didn't you guys do this problem? This was direct. And also remember, yeah, so this thing is also important to note it down that energy, total energy of the electromagnetic wave is half epsilon naught E naught square. And this is also equal to B naught square, or this is half mu naught, not mu naught, but B naught square by mu naught. So this is also same, right? So this thing we have to remember that energy density is half epsilon naught this thing and intensity. So sometimes you'll get this question right. So many times it has been asked many a times, and they have given the intensity. So intensity is energy per unit area per unit time. Right. I multiply this thing with C. I multiply with this thing with C. So C into time is distance. Right. C into time is distance, area into distance, volume, and then C. So energy per unit volume, that is mu, not mu, but U. So that is energy density into C. So intensity is half C in epsilon naught and E naught square. So always remember this. Right. This is important. This is important, and this result is very, very important. So how refractive index is related with the permittivity and permeability, right? So these are the relation which are important, and then rest of the question would be easy, right? Given, and we have to find out, right? So, okay, what is the thing that we have to find? Yeah, so this is given omega t, and an electron is allowed to move normal to the propagation of light beam with speed. So this is speed is given, and what is the maximum magnetic force exerted on the electron? So we have to find out maximum magnetic force, FB, E cross B. So we know that this is Q, B, and B, and we have to find out the maximum of this thing. So maximum of this thing would be simply Q, and this V is given, so this would be B max. B max is simply B naught. So this is the thing that we have to simply calculate, right? B naught Q is given. Oh, what is the maximum exerted on the electron? So Q is E. V is given. B naught we have to find out. So that was the simple question, right? This was this question. The very direct question. And yeah, so we had to find out what is this F max. So what is B naught? What would be B naught? So we know that what is E naught? E naught is 800, right? So E naught by B naught, that is C. So B naught is E naught by C, right? So E naught is how much? 800 by C is how much? C is 3 into 10 to the power 8. So we have 8 by 3 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is B naught. This is B naught. We put it in here, so we'll get E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. V is 3 into 10 to the power 7. And then we have 8 by 3 into 10 to the power, how much? Minus 6. So we can check what is the correct order. This one cancels. 8, 6 is 128, and then 12.8. This is 19, and minus 25 plus 7. So this is 12.8 into 10 to the power minus 18. So this would be 1.28 into 10 to the power minus 70 Newton. So this was an easy question, right? So only this thing we have to remember: what was the magnetic force, and what is the maximum value of magnetic force. This was the answer. Is it clear, everyone? And let's say, yeah, we'll skip some questions from this one as well, and then we'll talk about, and then we'll talk about. What I will do is that I will firstly talk about logic gates, because that thing that I'm not studying. Then I will talk about the optics. Then all the best to Maria and Hari. Because we, yes, we'll see that we can arrange some other classes as well. The people whose exam is on 9th or 8th Feb. Yes, noted, everyone. And if it is clear, please tell me. Yes, guys, noted. Okay, so uh, okay, yes. Then let's see the next question, and let me see if I can skip some question as well. So what is happening? Why the is there? The next question. Oh, this one is a long question, so this will skip. Right. And this one. What about? So this is related with, right. So what is, so always remember the relation between energy density, right? Energy density, intensity, and all those things. So those would be crucial. So I guess these are the questions that we discussed, right? But the rest of the questions are similar. So let's do this question, then we will move on to the logic games, right? So we have this thing, and this is 50 sine omega t and minus x by c. Right, so this is in here, right, in here. So this omega is with time only. The energy contained in a cylinder of volume, right, is energy is given 5.4. So this is looking same, right? This is electric field, but this is energy. How should I write? Let me write it as U. So energy is this, and then we have to find out the volume. Volume V we have to find out. Epsilon naught is given 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. So all these things are given when we have to find out the volume. And we know that how the energy, volume, they are related. So energy density, U, this is U by V, and this is half epsilon naught and E naught square. So this thing we know, right? E naught we know, and U we know, so we can calculate this volume. So volume is simply U by what? So this is UN, this is 2. So this is the volume. And what are these values? So this is 2 into 5.5 into 0.85 into, this is 50 into 50. So this is the value, right? So how much is this thing? And this would be in meter cube, right? This is in meter cube. The answer is meter cube, and they are asking the question in centimeter cube. So what is this thing? This is 0, and this is 10. So this is 11 into 10 to the power minus 12, 25 into 10 to the power 2. So this is 11 divided by 25 into 8.85, and, and then this is 10 to the power minus 40. So how much is 11 divided by 25 into 8.5? So 11 divided by 25 divided by 8.8. So 0.04971 into 10 to the power minus 14 meter cube. And we have to write it in centimeter cube. So this is 0.04971 into 10 to the power minus 4. Meter is 100 centimeter into 100 into 100 centimeter. So, so how much is this thing? This is 0.04971 10 to the power minus 14, and then this is 10 to the power 6. So this is 0.0497 and into 10 to the power minus 8, and we can write this as 4.97 into 10 to the power minus 10 centimeter. So that would be the answer, right? Or we can also write centimeter. So I guess they have written in the 10 to the power minus 12. So, yeah, so this would be the answer, right? This is the volume. Is it clear, guys? Yes, if it is clear, then please note. And if you guys have noted, just check. Oh, so I have missed this. Oh, sorry. There was this 10 to the power minus 12 as well, right? Yes. So this is 10 to the power minus 12. So this part is cancelled, right? So we have this is 10 to the power minus 12 in the denominator. So this is 497 centimeters. This is the answer. 497. So I have not written this part, right? This is also there. Yes, please correct that. Yes, noted everyone. So we have to just remember the formula, right? So you guys just make a very short notes and write every formula that you. It's just make a brief notes of your formula. And because if you don't remember the formula, then you cannot do the expression. These are two direct questions. These are direct questions, and you will get good marks. But if you don't remember the formula, then you cannot proceed. So the first thing that you remember is the formula, right? If you don't remember that, then it will be difficult. So make a very short, right? And maybe 3 or 4 pages. Write every formula that you have encountered. That would be it. Now let us understand, right? So this would be electromagnetic. There was a question based on this, right? So velocity of the wave you can calculate. That is easy. Plane electrowave frequency megahertz. Frequency you know at particular point. Electric field is this. At this point would be yeah. So this thing you can calculate, right? Frequency you know. And then omega you can calculate velocity. So now let us talk about this thing, right? logic gate. So you have to remember only few things, and then they are quite easy to solve. So the thing that you have to remember is only. So first thing that you have to remember is the truth table, right? Truth table you have to remember, and the second thing that you have to remember is the De Morgan's theorem. Right. So there are how many truth tables are there are? So we have first one is this OR gate. So for OR gate, this is the diagram, right? And this is how it is represented. And this is the output. So there would be two inputs. Let's say that this is A, this is B, and this is the output that you are getting. So this is simply output is so you this is denoted by this one, right? So you have straight line and then this thing, and you have this things. This is again two inputs, and this is the output. So this one is A into B, and then you have a NOT gate. So this one has only one input, right? And then the one is fourth one is NOR gate. So for NOR gate, this is the input, and this is so it is the combination of OR gate plus, as the name suggests, NOT gate. So this is the NOT gate, and this is denoted by Y, which is right. And then fifth one is NAND gate. So this is simply again two inputs, and then in the last you have this NAND gate. Y is simply A into B bar. So here comes this De Morgan's theorem, right? What does this De Morgan's theorem says? That if you have uh, right as A bar into B bar, this is De Morgan's theorem. And if you have A into B bar, so this you can write it as A bar plus B bar, right? And you have to remember that if we have two bars, bar to bar, so this is A, right? These are the three things we have to remember. Okay, so yeah, then you have, right. So this is the output that you will get. And how do we make the truth table? So that thing I have told you guys yesterday. So I was seeing the question, and you have the XOR gate also. So in XOR gate, you have, and this is denoted by something like this, right? and the output is A plus B. So this is the output. Right? What is the difference between OR gate and XOR gate? So the truth table. Yeah, you guys just note down this thing first, and then we will talk about the truth table. Just note down these things, right? These are very easy to understand. You guys have noted, just tell me. Okay, so what's that circle thingy? Oh, yeah, so this is the XOR gate, right? This is OR gate. This represents the XOR gate. Okay, so when we'll talk about the truth table, then it would be easier to understand, right? So when we'll talk about truth table, then it would be easy to understand. Yes, noted everyone. Okay, so now let us understand the truth table, right? So you have today, but just to recap this thing quickly. So you have this output. Let's say this is 0, 0, this is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So if I have OR gate, right? So this would be 0, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1. If I have XOR gate, so the only difference in XOR gate that this is 0, this is 1, this is 1, this would be 0. So this is the XOR gate. 1 plus 1 is 0 for XOR gate. That is the only difference, right? And then what is the AND gate? So AND gate is 0, then this is 0, this is 0, and then this is 1. And oh, is there a ZAND? No, there is no ZAND gate, right? There is no ZAND gate. Yeah, there is no ZAND gate. If I remember it correctly, there is no ZAND gate. Okay, so and then you have this NOR gate. So NOR gate is 0, 0, 0. 0 plus 1 is 1, and then 1, 1, and then 1 bar, so that is 0. Then 1 plus 1 is, oh, what is happening? So this is 0 bar, right? So this is 0 plus 0, that is 0 plus bar, so that is 1. And then 1 plus 1 is 1, and then bar, so that is 0. So that is NOR gate, and then you have Y NAND gate. So 0 plus 0, 0 into 0, that is 0, and then bar, so that is 1. 0 into 1, that is 0, and then bar, that is 1. 0 into 1, that is 1, 0, and then bar, that is 1. 1 into 1 is 1, and then bar is 0. So these are the gates that you have, right? And NOT gate, you only have one input. If you have 0, right, then Y would be 1. If you have 1, this would be 0. So that is NOT gate. So that is the things we can do or we can solve other questions. That is, let's do some questions and then it will become more clear, right? So let's do some questions. And these things you guys can make yourself. So let's do some questions and then this will become. Let's take this question. Okay. So we have this question, right? Let's make the truth table, and from that it would be easy. So you can also do this question using the idea of Boolean algebra, right? So you can do that also. But let's do this question using the truth table. So you have A, you have B. The inputs are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. And then what is the output? So let's check that. So from here, right, let's say we have 0, 0. So this is 0, right? In here we have 0, and in here we have this is in here, right? So this is B. So this is also 0, right? 0 into 0 is 0. So in here you have 0, and then this is going 0, and then you have this is going 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0, right? And this is AND gate, so 0 into 0 is 0 bar. So 0 bar, that would be 1. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Okay, now let's, you guys tell me what would be the second output. So we have 0, A is 0, B is 1. So for this one, what would be the output? Tell me. Yeah, tell me what would be the output. A is 0, B is 1. Hmm. So Tarif is saying 0. And oh, Shahid is already saying option C. No, I'm talking about what would be the output in here. In option C, you have 1. So you're saying option 1. You're saying 1. Okay. Yes. So what about rest of you guys? What do you guys think? Let's take, just do this question one by one. So this is going 0. This is 1. So 0 into 1. That is 0. So 0 is coming here, right? You have B which is coming here. So 1. This is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 is coming here. 0 into 1. 0 into 1 is 0. And then this is bar. So 0 bar. So that is 1. So yes, sorry. Is it clear? One, guys, is it clear? Okay, good. So tell me 0. So A is 1. This is 1. and B is 0. So for 1, 0, what is Y? But we have already got the two options correct. So we don't need to solve it further, right? So we just should write it that this is the correct option. Yeah, but sake of doing it, you guys please do and tell me, are you guys, all of you guys are getting one or not? Just tell me. And what gate is this? What gate is this? So this is, I guess, NAND gate, right? Okay, so yeah, let's move on, right? Let's do the next question and then it will become the next question. So we have this question, right? And we have to find out the truth table for this figure. So we have to find out the truth table for this right? So we have A, we have B, and we have Y. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1. So what is Y we have done? So let's find this out. So A is 0, B is 0. This is going. In here we have 0, and in here we have 0. In here we have 0, in here we have 0, 0, 0 plus, this is 0 bar, so this is 1. So in here we have 1, in here we have 1. 0 plus 1 is 1 and then 1 bar. So in here we have 0 and 1 plus 0, so that is 1. 1 bar is 0, so in here we have 0. So 0 plus 1, 0 is 0 and then bar. So that is 1. Right. Now you guys tell me what would be the answer for the 0, 1. Quickly do this. So A is 0, B is 1. Do this thing and tell me what is the Y that you guys are getting. Yes, what is correct. Oh, yes. Yeah, please calculate this thing. So this one is, I enjoyed a lot doing what takes, right? So what would be the output, guys? What would be the output for 0, 1? Tarif is saying 1. So Tarif is saying, okay, and what about rest of the guys? Yes, what would be the answer, guys? So this is uh, 0, 0 is coming here, 0 is here. 0, 1 plus that is 1 bar 0. So 0 is coming here, 0 is coming here. 0, 0 bar is 1 plus 0 is 1, bar is 0. So 0 is coming here, and then 1 plus 0 is 1, and then bar. So that is 0. Right? So, yes, are you guys getting the same thing? Because we have a conflict, right? Tarif is getting 1, I am getting 0. So what is happening, guys? Is this not clear? Okay, let's do this next one. So for 1 0, A is 1, B is 0. So this is going 1, this is going 0. It is coming in here 1, it is coming in here 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 bar, that is 0. So 0 is going here, 0 is going here. Now 1 plus 0 is 1 and then bar. So 0 is going here, 0 plus 0 is 0, bar 1. So 1 is coming here. So 1 plus 0 is 1 and then bar. So this is again 0. And then we have last one, which is 1 and 1. So 1 is coming here, 1 is coming here, then 1 is coming here, 1 is coming here, 1 plus 1 is 1, then bar is 0, so 0, 0, 1, 0 is 1, so this is 0, and then this is also 0, 0, 0 is 0, and then this is bar, so this is 1. So this is the output. Is it clear, everyone? Is this thing clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now let's do another question. And this one would be using the Boolean algebra, right? So this one, let's do this. So we have, so this is nothing but A and then A bar. So from here we have A bar. From here we have B bar. And then this is A bar into B bar, right? And what is A bar into B bar? So that is A plus B bar. That is A bar into B bar, right? And what is A plus B? So, okay, C. So, yes, Maria has already calculated this thing. So, A plus B is OR, bar is NOR. So, this is B1. You can see that how simple or these kind of question they ask for logic, right? They're pretty simple. So any question in this one? Any doubt in this one? I hope that you guys get inshallah one logic gate, right? One logic gate and then one different formula. Then the rest of things are easy. Okay, so let's talk about the next one, right? Next question is okay. So we have this question and we have to find out the truth table for this, right? And the input is always the same. We have A, we have B. This would always be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And Y we need to find out. What is Y? So let's say for 0, 0. This is 0, this is 0, this is coming 0, this is coming 0, 0 into 0, that is going 0, so 0 is here. This is going 0, it will become 1, so 1 is coming here, 0 plus 1 is 1, so 1 is here. So we have 1. So how many options? Oh, this one, so only one option we have to solve. Only one option, the answer is clear, right? Or if we do the Boolean algebra, so from Boolean algebra, can we do this? So this is A into B, right? And then we have plus, this is B bar, right? And then we have what is this thing? This is going A and then B. So A into B is here. A into B and then this is B bar. And then we have to add this thing. Okay, and then I don't know how we can solve this thing further. So this cannot be solved further. So if we take A0 and B0, so 0 into 0 is 0 plus 0 bar, that is 1. So we'll get 1. So from this relation, we can also find out the rest of it. Right. So let's say if I take 0, 1, so 0 into 1 is 0, and then B is 1. So 1 bar is 0. So this would be 0. So we are getting 0. Right. So we can do this by just putting these values, or we can find out the formula and then just put the values. So both the things are correct. But I would suggest you to do these things because you might get stuck in what this one is. Is it clear, guys? Is this one clear? Questions more, and then we'll talk about the optics. But yeah, let's do this. So we have this question, right? And we have to find out what is this logic gate. So please solve this one and tell me the answer. Everybody solve this thing and tell me the answer that you guys are getting. So please solve this thing. Yeah, please solve this one, guys. Tell me what is the answer you guys are getting. Oh, so Maria is getting big option. Hmm. And gate. What about rest of you guys? What you guys are getting? So this is A, this is A bar, this is B bar, and then you have to add and then take bar. So A bar plus B bar and then bar. So what would be this thing? This would be A bar bar dot B bar bar, right? Okay. So this is A into B, right? So this is AND gate. Right, guys? And yeah, I will take only one question more because I have to talk about. Let's see how much I can do in ray optics, right? But you guys just remember the formula, right? So in Ray optics, you have to remember certain formulas, and that those would be just crucial formulas, right? So whatever the important questions are, I will talk about those, and then yeah, I will. Okay, so yeah, if it is clear, then one more question, which is like this one. So you will always get. I'll skip this one because you can do this one. So let's do this. So you have this thing, right? You have this thing, and what would be the output of this thing? So in first one, you have A is 0, right? A is 0 and up to 5, A is 0, but B is 1, right? So this is one thing, right? So in the first part, up to 0 to 5, right? This 5 is in the middle. Okay, let's check this. So up to 10, or this is something. So let's check this. What is the output of this thing? So we have A bar, and this is B bar. So B bar, A bar, and then multiplied. So A bar into B bar, and then this is A bar bar plus B bar. So this is A plus B. So this is OR gate, right? So first thing is that this should be 1 and this should be 1. So what are the ones? So this one and this one, right? And in here, this should be 1. So up to 5, this should be also 1, right? So this is also correct. But in here, so in here after this thing, this should be, yeah. So I guess one is the correct. Right. This one is the correct. Is it clear with you guys? Because be 1, right? So in here at 10 it is 0. At 10 it should be 1, right? And before, yeah, in here you have 0. So in this part this is 0, this is 0. So this is 0. But at 10 this should be 1, right? So this one is the correct one. Is it clear, guys? Yes, everyone, clear. So these are the simple questions that you will have for your logic gates, right? They have been repeated so many times, and could we explain it once again? Yes, of course, of course. So, yeah, you see that A is up to 5, right? Up to 5, A is 0. The input is 0. This is 0, right? Up to 5, B is 1. So if I draw A, so this is only this one. A is this one. So B is 1, A is 0. So 0 plus 1, that would be 1. So up to 5, you should get 1, right? So these are diagrams in which you are getting up to 5, that is 1. In this one, you are getting 0. In this one, you are getting 0. So these are discarded, right? Is it clear? And in this one, you see that, yeah. Okay, and in 10, you see that in 10, P is 1. So from here to here, it should be 1, right? From here to here, it should be 1. But you are getting 0. So this is the correct one, right? This is the correct one. So is it clear? Yes, is it clear? Okay, so then let's yeah, then let's do some other questions, right? So now this is the logic gates. Now let's talk about ray optics, right? But first we have to remember some formulas which were important, right? So what were the formulas that we have learned in this thing? So the first thing that we understood was the mirror, and in the mirror there was this important formula. Okay, one moment, I got some text, text message. Oh, good. So yeah. So what we have learned in this, I will write everything, right? Whatever I am remembering it right now, whatever the important formula in the ray optics, which are crucial, so that I will talk, right? So let's say the first thing we have talked about the mirrors. In mirrors, what was the formula? So by you. And then this was the spherical mirrors. And in this spherical mirror, you have this important formula as well. So this formula is very important. And what is that? That is the image speed, and uh, uh, object speed. So we have this relation. So we know that in mirrors we have 1 by V, 1 by U, that is 1 by F. If we differentiate this thing with time, so what we will get? We will get 1 by V square dV by dt. We will get uh, minus 1 by U square du by, what is this thing? Minus 1 by V square dV by dt. Oh, yes, yes, sorry, 1 by V. 1 by V plus that, yeah. So yeah, that is the Lenz's formula, right? Yeah, you are correct. So this is du by dt, and this is equal to 0. So if we take this thing right hand side, so what we will get? We'll get dv by is image speed, right? And then this is okay. So what I was talking about. that we had this speed image, and this minus goes in the right hand side. This is minus v square by u square, and then this is du by dt. So this is object speed. So this relation is very important, right? How should I write? So v image. Let me write it as v image. This is m square. This is v, and I can also write this thing as because I know this relation. So 1 by v minus 1 by u, that is 1 by f. So I can multiply this thing by v. So v by u minus v by u and v by f. So this goes over the other side. This is 1 minus v by f, and this is v by u. So not this one. Let's take this one. So minus v by u. This is v by f minus 1. So minus v by u is magnification, and this is how much? This is v minus f by f. So this is the relation. Or if we want to write it in terms of u only, so we multiply this thing as with u, right? So that would be, let's say this one. So this would be u by v, and this is 1, and this is u by f. So if we don't remember the object, right? So this is u by v, and this is 1 plus u by f. And then I can write this as minus m, and this is f plus u divided by, so this is minus 1 by f, right? So this is 1 by f, so I can write m as minus f by f plus u. So these are some important relations, right? And we have in the plane mirror, we have this important formula. So in plane mirror, we have this number of images, right? If we have two, right, let's say we have this mirror, and then we have this mirror, and this is theta. So then how many images you will get from these two mirrors? Number of images, n is simply 360 minus theta degree minus 1. So this is the number of images that you will get in the plane mirror, right? These are two plane mirrors. And in plane mirrors, we have equal distance, equal image distance, equal object distance, right? So magnification is 1 in the plane mirror. Okay, but you guys note down this thing because this is, we have not studied in the CBSE class. So just note down this thing, and then this thing. So we can write m square as, right? So yeah, we know this thing, and we can use this. So just note down this one, this one, and this one, and this. These are the important formulas. If you have noted it down, just tell me. I guess we can only do 2 or 3 questions from ray optics, but you guys just practice rest of the notes, right? You have Tarif, you have got the notebook, right? Yes, Tarif. Is Tarif there? Oh, Tarif is there. So you have got those links to the OneNote, right? Tarif, are you there? Okay, I guess his mic is not working. So yes, note down this thing, note down this thing, note down this thing, and note down this. These four are important. Then we have Next set of formula which are important, and those are for refraction, right? So for refraction, the lens formula we already know, and then we have this lens maker's formula, right? To 1 minus 1, 1 minus R1 by R2. This was a very important formula. This was lens maker's formula. And then we had, I should talk about this thing first. So then we had this Snell's law. This is very important. What was this Snell's law? So the right way to write this thing is in this manner, right? So let's say this is I, this is R. So let's say this is N1, this is N2. So N1 sine I, this is equal to N2 sine R. So this is the way that we should write. In this way, we will not be get confused with which what is this one N1 or N2 or what is N2 by. So this is Snell's law. And what else have we learned in ray optics? We have learned this TIR. So for TIR, right, what was the case? So we had this thing, and let's say at critical angle, let's say this is denser medium, let's say this is N, this is air, so this is 1. Refractive index is 1. This angle with this thing, right? So this becomes 90 degree. The refracted angle becomes 90 degree, and this is R. This is IC. So if uh, let's say this is N. So if we use these names, would be equal to 1 sine 90. So sine IC is how much? This is 1 by N. But we have two different refractive indexes. So let's say these are two different mediums, right? If you have N1 and N2, then you can put these values. So this would be N1 by N2. So this is TIR. And then we have learned prism. Right? So in prism, what have we learned? In prism, we have learned about this thing. So we had this prism, right? This prism angle, and right. So this was the angle of deviation, right? And if I remember it correctly, so I plus E, right? So this was one relation, and we had also this relation that I was R1 plus R2, something like that, or A was R1 plus R2. So this was the thing. But the important thing that we have to remember is that the refractive index of this prism, this is equal to sine A plus delta by 2 divided by sine A by 2. So this is the important relation that we have to do. If we remember this thing, then solving this prism question, this would be easy. And then also we have one more thing in this prism, and that this was what? This was n, not n, but a n to 1 minus 1, right? But we take the second medium as a here. So this is simply a n minus. So these are the things that we have learned in prism, right? And then we had some instruments, and one was this simple microscope. So in simple microscope, the magnification was simply d by f, right? In a compound microscope, the magnification was magnification of the observing lens and then eyepiece. So this was V naught by U naught, and this was 1 plus D by F, right? So this was magnification for compound microscope, and then we had this telescope. So telescope was right. What was the so this was simply telescope, right? Not D by F naught, but FO by the telescope. So all these things we have to remember, and if we remember these things, then we can solve. You can check the formula, right? So I guess there is some, but you guys can check the formula. Let me just check those, right? So I can check those, but you have to write these formulas in somewhere, right? So yeah. So this one is R1 plus R2 is A. That one is correct. And what was the other relation? Delta is I plus E. So yeah, delta plus A is I plus E. So that thing is correct. So these are the two things that we have to remember. Oh, and this graph. So this graph is also important. The deviation with the angle of incidence. So this has been asked many a times. Two times this has been asked. So just remember this graph. This would be the behavior, right? Parabolic behavior of this deviation. So firstly it will decrease and then it will increase with the increase in the angle of incidence. So this was what I'm talking about the optical instruments, right? Where are those? Okay, so yeah, these are so linear 1 plus d by f and yeah, so theta by theta. So angular and right. So angular was d by f and linear was 1 plus d by f for the case of this simple microscope, right? And then we had this compound microscope. So what was it's what is happening? So you write it down in somewhere, right? These would be crucial. I have to solve two or three questions. I would be able to solve. Uh, guys, tomorrow, right? Where did that go? So you just check those formula, right? This is not showing what is happening to this. I don't know what is happening. So yeah, you guys check those formulas. Okay, so yeah, let's do couple of questions and then we'll stop. So three or four questions which are very important. We'll do that and then yeah. So the rest of the things would be dependent upon it, right? How much do you guys remember? Just revise those portions. What is happening? Why this is not open? Yes, I have opened this thing. So why this is not open? Okay, let me close this thing and then open it. Yes, yeah, it is slow. So why this is not? So my system has hanged. Right? Why? Let me just open my OneNote and then we will do 2 or 3 questions and then we will. But remember the goal, guys. 8 questions only, right? You don't have to solve every. So if you don't remember, if you don't know the answers to those questions, just yeah. So if you don't remember the answers to those questions, just leave that question. And yeah. So let's do some questions, right? This one. So these are from the mirrors, and then yeah, I will leave the rest of the questions to you guys. I will do 2, 3 questions, and then you guys just practice these questions, right? So these are two direct questions. If we remember this thing, then we can yeah, get the. So let's do this. Oh, oh. So let's do it this question, right? Why waste your time? And let's do this question. One by one, we'll do the question. So I hope that this like this pen doesn't. Okay, so now it's working. Yeah, so we have two mirrors like this. This is mirror one, right? This is mirror two, and we have this point, right? So we have this point. This is the point P, and we have to find out that there would be two images, right? Of this point, there would be two images. Due to this mirror, the image would be, let's say this is a distance, right? So due to this mirror, the image would be behind that. So the image would be in here. So let's say this is P prime, right? And this would be a distance from it, right? And due to this mirror, the image would be in here. So how much is this distance? This is 2a. So at the same distance, let's say this is P double prime. So this would be the image of this thing. Now we have to find out the distance between the shortest distance between these points. So we have to find out this distance, right? How can we calculate this distance, guys? How can we calculate it? So how much would be this distance? This thing is 2a. This thing is 4a, right? So how much would be this distance? This p prime, p double prime. This is simply 2a square plus how much is this thing? 4a square. So this is uh, 4a square plus 16a square. So this is 20a square. So a root 20, right? So how much is this thing? So this is a and 2 root 5. Some how much is root 5? So 5 that is one and then into So 3.41. Oh, we're not getting that answer. Oh, but this is, yeah, so this is not, this is 40, right? What is, so this is 2a, this is 2a, right? And then this is a and a. So 2a whole square plus 4a square. So 4a square, and then this is 16a square. So how much is this thing? So 16 for 20a square, so 820. And 5 and oh, so 5 root is 2.236 into, so that is 4.47. That is 4.47 and root a or a. Yeah, someone is writing B, value in the question. Values is in the question. Oh, so in here they have given the value. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, so yeah, this is crucial because I have used the calculator, but you won't get calculator. So yes, so yeah, we are getting 4.47, but yeah, this is near to this thing. So this is, yeah. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, guys? Yes, is it? If it is clear, then yeah, then we'll do the next question, right? Yeah, just quickly note this thing down, and we'll do two more questions. Yeah, this one. So this one is related with the velocity, and this has been repeated many times, right? This one is a simple simplification. This you can do, and this one is an important question, right? This one is also there, so you have to find out the number of images. So all these questions I have just written the formulas, right? And you guys just go through that and then solve that. Okay, so noted, done. Good. Yeah, so now let's talk about this question. Yeah, you have to simplify this question. So in this one, you have to write, I will just make the diagram and then you guys just solve this. So you guys just simplify that thing and then you will get your answer, right? Okay, so what is this thing? Second one. So in the second one, we have an object is center of curvature C of the concave mirror. So we have this concave mirror, and then we have this focal length and then center of curvature. So if we have the object which is beyond that center of curvature, so where will the object or where will the image will form? So this will form in between. Oh, so this will form between C and N. So here is the object, here is the image, and they are saying that this distance is r, right? This distance is r. This distance they are saying that this is d1, and this distance they are saying that this is d2. So we have to find out what is r. This is the simple question, right? We know that what is 1 by v plus 1 by u, that is 1 by r or 1 by f. And this is the concave mirror. So from sign convention, v is negative, u is negative, f is negative. Everything is negative, right? So 1 by v. How much is this v? V is this thing, right? V is this thing. This is d2. The whole thing is r. So v would be, and this is r minus d2. And we have to take the negative signs. This is negative. And what is u? So the whole thing is r and then plus d1. So minus r plus d1. And f is how much? That is minus r by 2. So if we put all these values, so this is minus 1 by r minus d2. Then this is minus, let me write it as minus 1 by r plus d1. And then this is minus of 1 by r and 2. Everything is, let's cancel this minus. So you will get 1 by r minus d2 plus 1 by r plus d1 by r. You simplify this thing, then you will get your answer, right? So that was this question. Just practice this question, simplify this question, and you will get your answer. So these questions are direct questions, right? You don't have to apply some another formula. Then this B1, this thing we already know that V image, that is simply minus m square and V object. So these are velocities, right? So this thing we have to use in this one. This one, yeah. So we have to use the angle of reflection vector formula. So that is not important. And this one, right? So in this one, we can do this question in many ways. So we can use trigonometric ratios, or we can use the similar triangles, right? So, yeah, and then you have this one. You have direct formula. Then yeah, this is apparent height and oh, so this thing. So we have this refractive index, which is real by apparent. So this thing is we have to use, right? And then we have to use Snell's law in here, and then yeah, so diamond air interface, it is wavelength at yeah. So again we have to use Snell's law, and then yeah, prism. This is prism. So this is the lens maker's formula. So all these questions, and this is compound microscope, then telescope. So yeah, you guys just practice these questions, right? So that you, and these would be enough. So remember, yeah, specifically because Maria and Tarif, you guys have your exam tomorrow. So if you guys just remember all these things that we have done so far, and yeah, if you just strict yourself, don't get excited, just strict yourself to 8 to 10 questions. Just do these things, right? Then you will get, then you guys will surely, inshallah, will clear. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this question, right? In this question, you have this image, so you have this mirror, and this is the object. So mirror or the image will form in here. This is S prime, and the angle or the that you can observe this point is this point, and from here you can observe from here. So this is the maximum distance that you can observe, right? So you have to use similarity of triangles to solve this thing. So you guys know this distance. You guys know you have you don't you know this one, and then you have to use the similarity of right. So this distance is 60. So this is also 60, and then you can calculate, right? And they have given that along a line parallel to mirror at a distance from it. So a man walks in front of the mirror along a line parallel to the mirror at a distance 1 point. So this 1.2 meter. This is 1.2, right? So 1.2 meter, and then you change it to centimeters. So you use this one similarity triangle, this smaller triangle, and then the bigger triangle. You use similarity. So this distance, let's say AD and BC. This would be AD by BC. This would be equal to, let's say, whatever this thing, and this guys, you guys can calculate. Or you can use the smaller one also. Find you use the similarity of the smaller one, and then you find the larger ones. Yeah, you guys practice, please practice. This has been repeated many a times. This question. So yeah, these are important question, and this one, image one is also. Okay, so we'll stop here, and all the best, Maria and Tariq, and rest of you guys. If we can arrange some other class in the next time also, so we'll do that. But I will talk about these things because I cannot talk about these things in here. But yeah, if you guys are there, so I'll talk about these things in detail. And yeah, okay, so we'll stop here, and then we'll stop here. And Maya and Tarif, all the best to you guys. Don't panic, just be calm, right? I know that your calibers, because so far I have seen that you guys can solve all those problems. And yeah, so just don't deviate from your target, right? Just don't deviate from your target, and I hope that you guys will clear it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
So
sir.
we'll stop here, right? Tarif, yeah, bye guys, and inshallah you guys will, right? Also.